What's up, blockchains? Nick from Truth Blitz. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. And I'm going to start this video a little differently than normal. We're going to talk about this Omnibus bill briefly before we get into crypto and blockchain. So let's start by just taking a listen to Rand Paul, who's on Tucker Carlson, just about a couple of the things that are in this bill, which is $1.3 billion to our deficit. And it's a sad day for America. It really is. So let's just take a quick listen.
$3 trillion spending bill today intended to prevent a government shutdown. The Senate will likely follow suit. It's being shepherded by Republicans, but you would be forgiven for not knowing that. The bill caps ICE agents we can hire and the number of illegal aliens ICE can detain. A border wall is out of the picture. It gives hundreds of millions to Planned Parenthood. It funds sanctuary cities. It ups the EPA's budget by more than $750 million. It's not something Republicans said they were for. Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky joins us now. Senator, we asked over a dozen Republicans who voted for this to come on. None would do it. The people who wrote this, were they here for the 2016 election?
You know, I'm kind of old school. I think you ought to read the bills, you know, before we vote on them. This is a 2,200-page bill. We got it last night at midnight. I've been working all day diligently through the bill, and I'm up to page 600. But, you know, I've still got quite a bit of ways to go to read the bill. As far as the content of the bill, this could have been written by President Obama and liberal Democrats. When I ran in 2010, when we had that Tea Party tidal wave, we were opposed to President Obama's spending, and we were opposed to President Obama's trillion-dollar deficits. This bill will give us a trillion-dollar deficit this year.
Paul Ryan is, of course, ultimately responsible for this as the head Republican in the House. I mean, these are his priorities, I assume, but they're so out of whack with the priorities of the party. How?
I think this is why people are so upset with politics, because when the Republicans are out of power, when they're in the minority, they are the conservative party. But then when they get in the majority, there is no conservative party. Democrats don't care about spending any of the time. Republicans seem to care about it when they're criticizing Democrats. But now that Republicans are in charge, Republicans are like, Katie, bar the door. You talked about border security. I'm flipping through the pages today reading the bill. I find out there is money for border security in Tunisia, in Jordan. We have border security money in the Middle East, but not border security money for the U.S.
So I'm just concluding that the people who run the Republican Party in the House anyway just don't want increased border security.
No, what it is this. It's an unholy alliance. The unholy alliance between Republicans and Democrats is this. Republicans are not fiscally conservative on the military. They want unlimited spending on the military.
Right.
Democrats say, we'll give it to you. We're not really opposed to it. We'll give you the military spending if you give us the domestic spending. So really the unholy alliance, the unholy compromise has been going on for decades is we really actually have too much compromise in Washington. They're always compromising to raise spending and increase the debt.
Really quick, are you going to stop this? You're going to shut down the government over this?
You know, it's never been my goal to shut down government.
All right, I'm going to stop it there. You guys get the point. This bill basically is putting the United States in a shit position financially. So I don't even know what to say about it. I really don't. It is obvious that, first of all, this is a one-party system, regardless of if you think you're Democrat or Republican. All of these people, most of them, you know, with the exception of a few, like Rand Paul, like Trey Gowdy, there's a few. But other than that, all of them play for the same team. They're all friends. They all are hell-bent on fattening their own pockets and bankrupting this country. And that's what's happening. So that is why it is good to be financially prepared and be able to take care of yourself. Because, you know, with bills like this, we are going to they are going to bankrupt this country. And who is going to suffer from this? We are. So we need to have a portfolio with crypto, with precious metals. We need the means and ability to financially support ourselves and say we don't need the government for anything. And it goes beyond just financially. You know, I've talked about prepping before. You know, I've been prepping for a long time, and you know, food, self-defense, water, things of that nature. It is paramount, really, to me, and it should be to you as well. By the way, this ought to piss you off. This bill basically also gives Congress a pay increase. So there you go. Proof positive that our elected officials are in this for them. They are not representing us or our best interest. They are in it to fatten their pockets and to basically make money from the lobbyists and what have you. So let's get into crypto. And you know how I'm tying this in is, like I said, this just solidifies the need to have crypto, in my opinion. So let's get into the market quickly. And right now, $342 billion in overall market cap, and Bitcoin dominance 44.3%. We are having a rough time staying above 9,000. I think we touched it a couple times since last night, but we have not breached it. And if you look at Crypto Blood's chart, you can see that resistance area of roughly 9,200. You know, as you can see, we've kind of just been floating around in that area. We took a dip down to 82, 83, and now we're back up. So I don't know if we're going to break it or not. I am hoping that there's enough confidence in the market and we can breach that resistance area. That would be good. But as far as the alts, we have mainly everything in the green, as you can see. And yeah, actually Populous 12.29%. Veritasium still 29.24%. That's actually come down in price. But as you can see, that saw a nice spike, and that is because of the rumors about basically the Ritz-Carlton in New York being veritized. And we're going to find out if that's true or not in the coming weeks. Crypto Blood did a video on that. But yeah, right now we're in an okay position, let's put it that way. I don't know why Quantum has been down so much. I've been looking at Quantum over the last few days, and it really has been very stagnant. We've seen a lot of spikes in a lot of other alts, but not Quantum. And I don't know if there was some kind of bad news or something happened with Quantum, but it went up, it came down, and then it's been stagnant. So anyway, take a quick look at this. U.S. hackers shut down government computers in Atlanta, Georgia, and demanded Bitcoin. Now, I'm not going to read this whole article, but it's kind of funny because they only demanded 51,000 in Bitcoin, which is just around 6 Bitcoin. So if you're going to basically take the government computers, any government computers, hostage and demand Bitcoin, you would think it would be for more than 6 Bitcoin. You know what I mean? That's a, hey, whatever. I mean, go big or go home, I guess. I don't know, but they obviously did not do that. They spent the time to hack into the city of Atlanta computers and demanded a measly 6 Bitcoin. So I thought that was a little funny. Now this is really what I want to get into is the IRS warns taxpayers to include crypto on income tax returns. So you've been warned. The U.S. Internal Revenue Services released a memo March 23rd, which was yesterday, reminding U.S. citizens of the need to report their digital currency earnings on their income tax returns. The IRS notes that Notice 2014-21 defines currencies as property, and they are thus subject to federal property taxes. Those who fail to report their crypto earnings can be liable for penalties and interest, and in more extreme situations, criminal prosecution. The recent memo highlights the inherently pseudo-anonymous aspect of cryptocurrency transactions, which the organization believes may lead some taxpayers to be tempted to hide taxable income from the IRS. In 2017, only 0.04% of customers of personal finance service Credit Karma reported crypto transactions on their tax returns. So, first of all, it is not easy, even if you want to report your earnings on your tax returns. There is no easy way to do that. It is very tedious, especially if you make multiple trades. Even if you're not like you're not day trading, but you know, you buy a few assets, they go up in price, you sell them, you know, you use the Bitcoin or Ethereum to buy something else, and so on and so forth. You know, all those trades need to be reported, and they need to be recorded as capital gains or losses. So there is no real set way. I mean, there's a way to do it, but let's put it this way. If you do your own taxes on, for example, TurboTax, I don't know about Credit Karma, but it is not an easy task. You need to hire somebody who specializes in crypto, who is a tax professional, to do this for you. Now, that's if you want to be fully legit about it. You guys know my stance and my feeling on this. I've talked about it. I don't ever tell anybody to evade taxes. That is, you know, that's illegal. Don't do it. But, you know, let's just look at it this way. And let's tie this in with what I started the video off with. This is what our taxes are paying for. That shit there. My thought on it, my stance on this, and I'm sure many people feel the same for various reasons, but we shouldn't have to pay taxes for shit that we don't want funded in the first place. And then the things that we do agree with, that we do want, they don't get funded. So, you know, why do we pay taxes? That's a question that I have been tossing around in my brain for a long time. At one point, I got so pissed off while I was working a regular job. Back when I was working for Toyota, I got so pissed off at the amount of taxes that they were taking out of my check. I went to my HR person and said, "Don't take taxes out of my check anymore. I'm not doing this shit anymore." And, you know, of course, I thought about it about less than a year later, and I said, damn, I'm probably gonna end up getting screwed pretty bad for this. And I guess gave in, started having taxes taken out again. But, you know, we pay taxes so that certain things are done, right? Infrastructure, things of that nature. I don't want to be paying taxes to fund Planned Parenthood or to pay for border security in Tunisia. You know, it's ridiculous. And first of all, if they want people to comply with this, I have a feeling that more people will if it was easier to do. But I'm going to be blatantly honest, the tax reporting methods, the whole taxing of cryptocurrencies, it's not going to work the way they're doing it. They need to come up with a different way. They got rid of the like-kind exchange this year, and I know there's a lot of people rebelling against that and saying, well, you know what, fuck you, I'm not doing it. And you know what, good for you. And I honestly think that if they want people to report their crypto earnings, then they should meet us halfway and not try to rape us for every cent they can. And that's what they're doing when it comes to, you know, your cryptocurrencies. So anyway, like I said with this article, you guys have been warned. Better not have a big amount of crypto that you have a lot of profits on that you're hiding, because the IRS will SWAT team your house and make an example out of you. That's what they do. So as I said last time I talked about taxes, just remember, Al Capone did not go to jail for murder or racketeering or any of that. He went to jail for tax evasion. So anyway, guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I might do another video later on if I have time. I know a couple people want me to do a live stream, but I know Crypto Blood is doing one tonight. I don't know what time. I might coordinate with him and see what time he's doing it, and if I have time, I'll do a live stream maybe before. But if not, I promise you guys I will do one soon. So anyway, check me out at truthblitz.com. Subscribe to the Block Party Podcast official channel. You guys can also check out my non-crypto channel, and I will see you guys later.